Hello, and I welcome you to the UPSC Prelims Chaturya series of Shantha Lakshmi IAS Academy, where we would be discussing daily prelims MCQs from the Hindu, Indian Express, and PIB. So let's begin. First question: which of the following statements is not true regarding the Ethics Committee of the Parliament? Option A: the members of the Ethics Committee are appointed by a speaker for a period of 1 year. Option B: the Ethics Committee is constituted in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Option C: the recommendations of the Ethics Committee are non-binding on the House. Option D: it examines the cases of the breach of privileges of the House and its members. So the question is about not a true statement regarding the Ethics Committee. So we will look each option. Option A: the members of the Ethics Committee are appointed by a speaker for a period of 1 year. Yes. Option A is correct with respect to Ethics Committee. Option B: Ethics Committee is constituted in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Yes, in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, we have Ethics Committee. Option C: the recommendations of the Ethics Committee are non-binding on the House. Yes, the recommendations are not binding on the House. So the committee, when it presents its report to the speaker will ask the House if the report should be taken up for the consideration. There is also a provision for a half-hour discussion on the report. So option C is also true regarding the Ethics Committee. When we look at option D, it examines the cases of the breach of the privileges of the House and its members. So the role of the Privileges Committee is to examine into the cases of the breaches of the privileges. It is not the role of the Ethics Committee, whereas the role of the Ethics Committee is to oversee the moral and ethical conduct of the members of the Parliament. So option D is not true regarding the Ethics Committee. Option D is the right answer. The Lok Sabha Ethics Committee has recommended expulsion of Trinamool Congress MP from the lower house over a cash for query allegation. So in this context, we need to know about the Ethics Committee. First, we will look at the origin and evolution of the Ethics Committee. So the presiding officers and conference, which was held in New Delhi in October 1996, then the idea to constitute ethics committee was mooted. So to give an effect to this resolution, the ethics committee was first constituted in the year 1997 in the Rajya Sabha. It consists of 10 members. They were nominated by the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. They will hold the office for a term not exceeding 1 year. Whereas in the ethics committee in Lok Sabha, it was first constituted in 2000 as an ad hoc committee. It became permanent committee in the Lok Sabha in the year 2015. It consists of not more than 15 members. Whereas in Rajya Sabha, the Ethics Committee has 10 members. In Lok Sabha, the Ethics Committee has 15 members and they were nominated by the Speaker. They shall hold office for a term not exceeding 1 year. What are the functions of the Ethics Committee? It will oversee the moral and ethical conduct of the members. It will prepare a code of conduct that needs to be followed by the members of the Parliament. Whereas Ethics Committee will also examine every complaint relating to the unethical conduct of a member of the Lok Sabha, referred to it by the Speaker, and make such recommendations as it may deem fit. Coming to the next question, consider the following statements with respect to GI tag. Statement 1. To be eligible for a GI tag, a product must have a specific geographical origin and its unique qualities must be due to that origin. Second statement. Manduva, a finger millet grown in Tamil Nadu, has recently received the GI tag. Third statement. The GI tags in India valid for 15 years. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none of the above. So if you look at the statement 1, it is true because to be eligible for a GI tag, a product must have a specific geographical origin and its unique quality must be because of that origin. So statement 1 is correct. Coming to the second statement, Manduva, a finger millet grown in Tamil Nadu, has recently received the GI tag. This statement is incorrect because this Manduva finger, the Manduva, which is a finger millet grown in Uttarakhand has received the GI tag, not the finger millet that was grown in Tamil Nadu. So option statement 2 is also incorrect. Statement 3, the GI tags in India valid for 15 years. No, it is valid for 10 years. The GI tag is valid for 10 years. So option 3 is also incorrect. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only one of the above statements were correct. Option A is the right answer. So with reference to a news article in the Hindu, we need to know about GI tags. Under this news article, it has mentioned that some of the products from the Uttarakhand has been listed under GI tags. Those products were Mandua, a finger millet grown in Gaharwal and Kumaon districts of Uttarakhand, and the Jangora, which is also a millet, and the Berinag tea, which is made from the leaves of the plants that grows wild in the Himalayas, and the Bichu Butti fabrics made from the Himalayan nettle fibers are on the list of the products that bagged the GI tag from the Uttarakhand state. So the geographical indications are a form of intellectual property rights that will protect the product or goods that originate from a specific geographical region and have a distinct qualities associated with that region. So who are allowed to use this product name? So GI tag ensures that only the authorized users and those residing in the geographical territory are allowed to use the product name, so that it can protect the product from being copied by others. The GI tag can be applied to agriculture, handicraft, industrial, food products as well. For example, Darjeeling tea, basmati rice, Kanchipuram silk are some of the well-known geographical indication products across the world. India has enacted the Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Act in 1999, which came into the force in 2003 for registration, protection, and promotion of the geographical indication products in India. So these tags are valid in India for 10 years, and after this period, they can be renewed if they want to continue the safeguards and protection under the Act. The nodal agency for implementation of this Act is Department for the Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT, under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. This Act is governed, the geographical indications is governed by and directed by the World Trade Organization Agreement on TRIPS, that is trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. So what are the various benefits to the producers and consumers? With the GI tag, it can enhance the market value and competitiveness of the products because of its brand. Second, it can promote the local culture, tradition, and heritage of the region by instilling a sense of ownership among the community. It can contribute to the socio-economic development of the region by generating employment, income, and livelihood opportunities. It can also support the conservation of biodiversity, natural resources, and traditional knowledge of the region by encouraging sustainable practices and quality standards. Next question, which of the following group of countries represent the G7 group of nations? Option A, United Kingdom, United States, Australia, Spain. Option B, Japan, United Kingdom, United States, Australia. Option C, Canada, France, Germany, Hungary. Option D, Canada, France, Germany, Italy. If you look at option A, United Kingdom, United States, Australia, Spain. Among these four countries, Australia and Spain do not represent the G7 group of nations. So option A is incorrect. Coming to option B, among these four countries, Australia does not represent the G7. Option B is also incorrect. If you look at option C, Hungary does not represent the G7 group of nations. So option C is also incorrect. If you look at option D, the Canada, France, Germany, Italy, all these four countries will represent the G7 group of nations. So what are the countries that were members of the G7? They were Canada, United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. The countries are Canada, United States, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. So why this has been in the news? Because recently the foreign ministers of the G7 member countries, they met at a meeting in Tokyo, Japan. At this meeting, they appealed for humanitarian pauses in Gaza and they seeked for hostages release amid Israel and Hamas conflict. So this group of 7 is an informal grouping of 7 of the world's advanced economies, including Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, United Kingdom, United States, and the high representatives of the European Union as well. So this G7 country will discuss and exchange views on the various important challenges that international community is facing, such as global economy issues, regional affairs, and various global issues. It will also share the fundamental values such as freedom, democracy, and human rights. Other important point is that this G7 does not have a formal charter and it does not have a secretariat. Coming to the presidency rotates among the member countries each year. Next question, consider the following statements with reference to Euclid Space Telescope. Statement 1, the Wide Range Space Telescope has been developed by the National Aeronautics Space Administration. Second statement, the primary objective of the telescope is to observe the solar atmosphere and solar flares. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C both 1 and 2, option D neither 1 nor 2. So the statement 1, the Wide Angle Space Telescope has been developed by NASA. This statement is incorrect because it is not developed by the NASA. The space telescope is developed by European Space Agency. So statement 1 is incorrect. Second statement, the primary objective of the telescope is to observe the solar atmosphere and solar flares. This is also incorrect because the objective of the telescope is to observe the origin, to observe the origin of the universe and to focus on the study of the dark matter and dark energy. So statement 2 is also incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Neither 1 nor 2. So option D is the right answer. So why this Euclid Space Telescope has been in the news? Because the European Space Agency has unveiled the first images captured by this space telescope. If you look at this picture, this is a Euclid Space Telescope, and this is the first picture that was captured by the space telescope. The Euclid mission is a part of European Space Agency's Cosmic Vision program that aims to explore the origin and components of the universe and the fundamental laws that governs it. The main goal is to investigate the dark side of the universe, that is dark matter and dark energy, which constitutes or which makes up 95% of the universe. The space telescope was launched in 1st July 2020, launched on 1st July 2023. It is named after Greek mathematician Euclid of Alexandria. So under this mission, the spacecraft is placed at Sun-Earth Lagrange point 2. What is Lagrange points? The Lagrange points are the points at where the gravitational forces of the two large bodies such as Sun and Earth cancels out each other. So if you place any spacecraft at this point, they will not tend to move out of the orbit. They will remain stable. So this Lagrange point 2 is at an average distance of 1.5 million kilometers beyond the Earth point. It is particularly placed at the Lagrange point 2 because at the Lagrange point 2, it has the advantage of clearly viewing the space. The mission life is expected to be 6 years. Under this mission, it will make a 3D map of the universe by observing the billions of galaxies. So if you look at this picture, the dark matter constitutes 26.8% of the universe, dark energy 68.3% of percentage of the universe, normal matter 4.9% of the universe. So this dark matter and dark energy constitutes 95% of the universe. The dark energy drives the accelerating expansion of the universe. So the dark matter does not interact with the matter. It is invisible even to the light. It cannot be detected even by the electromagnetic radiations. The normal matter, which consists of stars, planets, and galaxies, it just makes up less than 5% of the total mass of the universe. So this Euclid spacecraft has two major components, that is service module and payload module. Under the payload module, it has telescope and two scientific instruments such as visible wavelength camera and the near infrared camera or spectrometer. And the service module, it has satellite systems. It consists of electric power generation and distribution, attitude control, data processing, electronics, propulsion, telecommand, telemetry, and thermal control. Coming to the next question, the State of Food and Agriculture Report is a flagship publication of United Nations Environmental Programme, World Bank, Greenpeace India, Food and Agriculture Organization. The right answer to this question is, it is released by the Food and Agriculture Organization. It has been in the news because the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations has released the State of Food and Agriculture Report 2023. The theme was revealing the true cost of the food to transform agri-food systems. The report has introduced the concept of hidden costs and benefits of the agri-food system. What are agri-food systems? The activities that are involved in production, storage, post-handling, and distribution, marketing, consumption of the products include all these activities comes under the agri-food systems. These costs and benefits could be environmental or social. This would be the first quantification attempt of such data. It has used a new approach to assess them, that is true cost accounting approach. Some of the key findings of the report were the India's hidden agri-food costs reached approximately $1.1 trillion, making it third largest contributor after China and United States. The major contributors in India, the largest share of hidden cost is coming from the health hidden cost. The health hidden cost is because of the diseases and improper dietary patterns. The social costs constitute 14% of the hidden costs. These social hidden costs are because of the poverty and unemployment. Whereas environmental costs constitute 13% of the India's hidden costs. These costs are because of global warming, nitrogen emissions, and air pollution as such. So by this, we are concluding this session. I hope this session was helpful to you. Thank you.